Ever wonder what you're giving up in a Class A RV under 26 feet? Well, let's find out. This Class A RV is the Thor Geneva model number 24VS. It has a gross vehicle weight rating of 12,500 pounds, cargo carry capacity of 1,750 pounds, and an overall gross combined weight rating of 18,500 pounds. It measures in at 25 feet, 8 inches long, has a tow capacity of 8,000 pounds, and it can sleep up to 4 people. Gray tank holds 40 gallons, black tank holds 30 gallons, and the freshwater tank holds 41 gallons. When you first walk into this Class A RV, on the right-hand side is where the driver's cab is located. Then we wrap on around through the living and dining area into the kitchen. To my left here is the bathroom, and behind me is the bedroom. Now, our first impression when we walk into this RV is that for a couple's RV or a small family RV, this is a fantastic choice. The living area is nice and big, but it also has some really nice features to it that make it feel rather luxurious. And it does have a slide out right ahead of me here, so it does create some extra floor space in here. Now, starting on my right is where the driver's cab is located. And it's got some nice, big, comfy captain's chairs up here, so you can be very comfortable while you're cruising down the road in your nice Class A RV. You've got this ultra big windshield up front, so you can just see everything ahead of you while you're cruising down the road. Now, this is built on a Ford E-Series chassis, so if you do have any issues while you're on the road, very, very easy and inexpensive to get parts and service pretty much anywhere that you go. So that's a real big plus to getting like a Ford chassis or a Chevy chassis on your rig, as opposed to getting a Mercedes chassis where it's going to cost you an arm and a leg and you can't find dealerships everywhere you go. Now, up front also, you'll notice we have a big 14-inch touchscreen up here in the driver's area, so that's very nice and convenient as well. Right behind that, we have our living and dining area. So you've got this nice comfy couch here. You can seat 2 people here very, very comfortably. This serves 3 different ways though, really. So it can serve as your couch, but since there's no dinette in this rig, it also serves as your dinette area. And there are a couple of little table trays that are packed away in here. They plug right into the side armrest, and you have a little swivel tray that comes right around in front of you. So you could sit here and enjoy a meal. The TV is located right across from here, so that's in a great location as well. And so you have a couch and a dinette kind of all in one. And then also, we can pull out this sofa and it does convert into a sofa bed. Now this one is about 70 inches long and 52 inches wide, and so a couple of kiddos would be able to sleep here very, very comfortably and nicely. So if you have a small family, this is a great setup for that as well. And it's easy to put it in position and then put it back, so that when you're transitioning, when the kids wake up in the morning or for bed at night, it's really easy to do so. Above the couch here, we have a nice big window here. The bottom panels do open up so you can get some airflow through here, but they have a really nice fabric, what do you call these things, honey? A valance over top of the window. Sorry, I don't have my decorator terminology down all the way. But you also have a couple lights here, and they turn on and off at location. So the nice thing about that is if you're in bed and one person wants to read and the other doesn't, at least you can turn off the lights at the location instead of as a pair that turn on and off. So that's very convenient too. And then you've got some nice big cabinets up here. I love the hardware they use because the doors stay up when you open them. Now you can use both hands to grab things in and out of here. Very, very convenient. Couple other things to mention about the dinette and sofa and sleeping area. There are a couple of outlets underneath of the cabinets here. There's also a phone charger on this side of the armrest over here. There's also a drink holder cup here too. And then below here is another outlet. So if you're using this and maybe you're doing some trip planning, you need to plug in a computer and charge it, or you want to plug in your phone or tablet and charge it, you can easily do so. One other really nice thing to note is even with the slide in the in position, so while you're in travel mode, the sofa only comes in as far as this wall. So you would have enough of walkway here to be able to fully use your kitchen, refrigerator, and even get to your bathroom. Now, right across from the dinette, the bed, and the couch in the living area is where your kitchen is located. Starting on my left-hand side here, this is where your TV is mounted above the entry door. And like I mentioned, that's a great spot to be able to use because it's in a perfect spot right across from the couch area. One thing I did forget to mention is that the captain's chairs do swivel around and face into the living area. So if you do have 4 people in here, everyone's got a seat, which is a really nice feature too. As we move across, we've got 2 really nice size cabinets up top here. They're lighted cabinets as well. So they have this accent lighting above that you can see from outside. And when you open the cabinet, that same light shines into the cabinet as well. So you've got lighted storage, which is really a great feature. And on this side, they have some extra storage space here that's built into place. So that makes storing things very nice, neat, and tidy. Underneath of that, we have our range hood with a couple of lights underneath, and then this big window over top of the countertop area, which I love. You know, it's nice to be able to have all this light coming in right into your cooking area. Now, they also have a 2-burner propane cooktop in here. I wish that they used a skinnier setup and mounted the burners front to back, but this is fine as well. The reason I like them front to back, though, if you've seen any of our other videos, you get more countertop space that way, and you really kind of need it, because if you want to set up like a coffee pot or a toaster in here, you've got some limited space for that. Some people would say you can put this down and then set up your coffee pot, but now you can't be cooking your eggs at the same time. So just one thing to note when you're out there looking around for an RV. Just to the left of that, we have a tower of power here as well, so you can plug in your toaster or coffee pot right there. And then this particular setup has a really nice, big, and deep single bowl round sink in here, which is fantastic. It also has a nice gooseneck faucet here with an integral sprayer, making it even easier to wash your dishes. And then if you want a little more countertop space, they do have an extend-a-top here on the end that you can put out, and there's also a receptacle here right next to that. So this could be a great place to set up that. I'd put my margarita machine right there, that is for sure. Now, underneath of the countertop, got lots of storage space here with a trash can area for you, for our 3 drawers that pull out. And then we have our microwave convection air fryer oven here, which is terrific. And then a spot for all of your pots and pans below that. And then right next to the kitchen, we have a separate freezer up top and refrigerator down below. This is a decent size fridge for this size rig. Somebody's got their suitcase in there, but we're at an RV show, so sometimes we find stuff like that in some of the refrigerators. So here I am all the way in the back of this rig where the bedroom is located. And as you can see, it's set up currently to have 2 twin beds in here, but these do convert into a king bed as well. And I'll show you how that sets up in just a minute, but we'll kind of start from the top and work our way around. So the first thing you'll note in here is that you've got cabinets all the way around all 3 sides of the bedroom in here. So there is a ton of room for plenty of storage in here. And again, they have that same accent lighting that lights both the outside of the cabinet and the inside of the cabinet, so you can see what's in there. I think that's just a really nice touch that they have in this model. It just feels very luxurious, and it's very practical as well. You'll also notice in here that there are 3 windows as we go around, so you get lots of light back here in your bedroom during the daytime. Of course, you can pull your shades at night and enjoy some privacy, but you also have these windows opening on both sides, and so you can get some nice cross ventilation in here if you're camping in the spring or the fall and you like that fresh air feel. Personally, I prefer that over air conditioning any day of the week. But anyway, this is set up with those really great features. There's also lights all the way around that you can turn on and off. There's also a couple of cargo netting things up here, so you can pop your phone in there and then use the USB ports or the electrical receptacle to charge your devices overnight. They're nice and out of the way. Now, as it's set up right now, it's set up as a twin bed. And so you have this sort of middle separator here. It's kind of like a nightstand in the middle. And you have a couple of cup holders here as well. But to convert it into a king bed, I'm not going to move everything. You just take this and flip it over, and it sits right in between. And so this becomes one big giant mattress back here. And so let's get some measurements on the beds real quick. Now, the length of these beds is 74 inches, and then each of the twin beds come in at 38 inches. And if you were to make this into a king size bed, I think we're going to go all the way to 92 if I had to guess. 92 inches all the way across. So 92 by 74 is a really good size bed. Now, if you're taller, and some folks are, taller, and 74 inches may not be enough to sleep front to back, you could sleep side to side and make it work that way for yourself. The nice thing is you have the choice in here in how you'd like to do things. Now, the TV back here is also mounted on the wall just to my left here, which would be your right. Great spot. You can pull it out a little bit and angle it, and that way you can both watch TV before you drift to sleep at night. So all in all, a really great bedroom setup. Now, just outside of the bedroom, that's where we have a mirrored wardrobe closet up top here. So you have a bar up top, you can hang your garments in there, and it's a tall enough cabinet that even if you have things hanging, you could still store some things below that. There's also a table in here with a table leg, and that fits between the two captain's chairs up front in the rig. And so if you want to have dining for 4 people in here, you'd have 2 people on the sofa with their little swing out table trays, and then the 2 captain's chairs would use this table, so all 4 people would be able to fit in here and enjoy a meal. And then you've got a couple of full extension drawers here for even more of your storage. Now, here we are in the bathroom, and I'm standing in the shower like I usually do. Susan is standing right across from me in front of the refrigerator and the wardrobe cabinet. This is a very nice sized bathroom. When you open the doors, it creates all this extra space, and I'll show you how that works when Susan and I switch spots in just a minute. But while I'm in the shower here, this is a corner style shower, and it's got a little shower head up top here, a couple of soap and shampoo shelves in the corners, and then down below here you can see that it's sort of this corner shape. Now, this actually comes with a shower curtain that you would have to then wrap around you and try to keep the curtain inside of the shower. It's a little bit tight in my opinion. I mean, you guys know I'm 5'11", I'm down to about 180 these days, and so you can see how I fit in here. And the whole time I'm taking a shower, I would be hitting the curtains a little bit. But again, if you're out for a weekend camping trip or whatever, at least you have a shower inside your rig. Now, I also like the fact that it's got these nice surrounds around it, though. That gives it a nice luxurious feel as well. And as far as the height of the shower goes, we have a lot of headroom in here. I mean, there's a little bit of a skylight here over top, and we have, gosh, this is 6 feet 10 inches of headroom into the skylight. If we measure from the floor to the ceiling, just to give you an idea, in the whole entire rig, that's also 6 feet 10 inches. So for taller folks, this may be a really great choice for a small Class A RV that everyone could fit in very, very comfortably. Now, just outside of the shower here is where your medicine cabinet's located. It's an all-glass door, and it's got a few shelves inside for all your personal items. And then they have a small sink here with a receptacle in case you need to plug in a blow dryer. And then you've got a little bit of storage down below the sink as well. Just across from me here, or next to me on my left, we have another cabinet up top with even more storage. You'll notice that there is a fan up top here, so you can open that and turn the fan on while you're taking a shower, which is very important. You want to get all the humidity that you can out of your rig every chance you get. A lot of humidity inside your rig creates a lot of problems like mold, mildew, things like that. So you always want to run your fan when you take a shower in your RV. We also have a little towel hook here, and then some more towel hooks on the doors. And so Susan and I will switch spots real quick, and I'll show you how these doors work to create more room in the bathroom. So as you can see, Susan's in the shower now, and I'm standing where she was. And this door opens up and hits a magnet. And then this door also opens and hits another magnet leading to the bedroom. So living areas to my right, bedrooms to the back, and this sort of walls everything off, and it makes it feel like a nice big bathroom in here. There's also a full-size mirror on the back of this door, so if you want to check yourself out before shooting some YouTube videos, you can do that in the mirror. But it does create a whole lot of space in here. Now here I am sitting on the commode in here, and with the doors open and everything, there's lots of room. It's not claustrophobic at all. I'm not going to pass the elbow test on my left, but on my right-hand side, I've got plenty of room. So here we are outside of this rig, and there are some very good storage areas here. Starting on my left-hand side, we've got a small storage area here in front of the entry door. This actually passes through to another storage area about the same size on the other side of the rig. It's not very tall, but you can certainly get fishing rods or kayak paddles or things like that in there. In my case, I would even have my tree trimmer in there, and yes, I travel around with one because if I go down a narrow road to a campground, I don't want tree limbs scratching up my rig. I'll get out and trim them off, but I'm a nutball. Anyway, back here further, we have another storage compartment here on the other side of the entry door, decent size to get chairs and things in there. But the best storage area of all is in the very back of this rig, where we have this really nice big storage area, which is underneath of the twin beds or king bed setup inside of the rig that we looked at earlier. The great thing about this is that it has 3 access doors, so you can get to it from either side or from the back of the rig, making all your gear fully accessible and easy to get in and out of the rig. Also on the driver's side of the rig, there's also a shower port over here, so if you need to rinse off any toys, kids, dogs, whatever you need to, you can do that on the driver's side so you don't get the camp side of your campsite all wet. Well, if you've made it to this far in the video with us, thanks for sticking around. We really appreciate you hanging in there with us. And if you want to learn even more about RVs, just head on over to RVBlogger.com. We have tons of information for you. And if you're looking to buy a camper, why not visit our friends at Blue Compass RV? I'll have a link to their website in the description down below. But if you want to check out even more RVs, just click the link down below. And Susan and I will see you in the next video.